Atlanta will have a new leader in City Hall soon. Out of an initial 16 mayoral candidates, Felicia Moore and Andre Dickens are the last two.
It has been a race tonight that we have watched, and we are trying to decipher exactly how many precincts are reporting out of 182. But if you look at the screen, we're seeing 0%. So to give you a sense of perspective about what we are seeing, it becomes somewhat problematic. Here's what we do know is we take a look at the numbers and add up the totals. So we're going to do a little of the math here. We're looking at about 26,000 votes. The expectation has been between 90 and 100,000 people probably will vote. So if you look at toward 30,000 here, the math would indicate that's toward 30% of the vote that's been tallied. We don't know that for sure, but we're smart people around here. We're trying to figure it out.
And we have been sitting around that 60-40 percentage point mark with Andre Dickens leading for much of the night so far. Let's get now to Doug Richards, who is at the watch party for Andre Dickens. Doug, what's the mood like there, especially as he's been leading for much of the evening here?
Well, the mood is very buoyant here. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who was a latter-day supporter of Andre Dickens, spoke very briefly to the crowd, excuse me, miss, and admonished the crowd not to celebrate prematurely, but at the same time she also referred to she used the word when she described the upcoming mayoralty of Andre Dickens. We saw Andre Dickens earlier this evening, right around dusk, when he and a number of supporters were outside of a polling place, the Ponce de Leon Library, and at that time, I chatted with Dickens and asked him about what kind of race he and Felicia Moore had run against each other, and here's what he said.
I mean, you know, Council President Moore and I are respectful of one another, so this became a race about just issues, and that's what I wanted to always be about, because the voters really need us to take care of the things that we have agreed to, which is, you know, this public safety plan that I have, affordable housing, transportation, and good paying jobs. We were able to do that without noise and without other issues. And
so the folks here at Andre Dickens' watch party are hoping that that high-minded campaign that Andre Dickens described will yield the runoff votes that he will need to become mayor-elect by tomorrow morning. And we haven't seen Dickens yet, but we've been given a preview telling where Mayor Bottoms told folks that there's going to be a stage in another room here where we'll be able to see Dickens when he decides to come down. Back to you.
All right, Doug Richards live from the gathering spot, which is on the west side of Midtown.